Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone, I hope you can all hear me well. We're gonna just give 2-3 more minutes to the late joiners and then we can start. Okay, I think we're all of us, or at least a big part of the attendees. Thank you everyone for joining today for our first webinar from our Flash webinar series from the Nosto community for you. We'll talk today about our on-site recommendations product, and based on our experience, which are the best practices for each page type in using our on-site recommendations. Good day to all of you. Good morning for our US joiners, at least for from the East Coast. It's a bit hard to believe that we have somebody from the West Coast. joining this webinar. But welcome to all of you. And let me just tell you a few words about myself. My name is Dan Macarie. I'm the head of community and support here at Nosto. I'm working with the company for almost 5 years now. 5 should be, in various roles. And I'm going to be your host and presenter for the webinar today. Uh, just a quick run through a few tips for webinars. If I talk too fast or if I am too boring, just write me on the chat. Just to let you know, it's my first webinar, so I'm super excited and nervous. I don't know if you can feel it from my voice, but this is what it is. But yeah, since I'm 5 years in Nosto, I think I know what I'm talking about, so this makes it a bit easier. Just take it easy and with me. What we will talk about today. So first of all, just a very brief intro about what Nosto is and what Nosto does. And then we're just going to kick in with insights for each page type and which are the best practices in using the on-site recommendations for each page type. So let's start a little fast with a quick intro on what makes Nosto unique and what Nosto is. So Nosto is an AI-powered personalization platform, and it's designed for ease of use. So we empower retailers to build, launch, and optimize one-to-one omni-channel marketing campaigns and digital experiences without the need of having a dedicated IT resource in the company. And we also offer an easy and fast implementation process. So in a nutshell, we enable retailers to deliver personalized shopping experience at every touch point and across every device. And we do that from our 7 offices across 2 continents, both Europe and US. And because we're talking today about personalized recommendations and how we use them on site, I can just tell you like a quick overview of the on-site recommendations product. You can use filters by different attributes, either created by you individually, either pre-made filters like price, category, brand, and so on. You can choose which products to exclude from recommendations by adding them to the blacklist. And then, of course, you can select different algorithms to use in your on-site recommendations based on the business needs and based on the page type you have the recommendation slot on. And of course, this applying in real time. The Nosto on-site recommendations help with increasing conversion, average order value, and customer lifecycle value. And all this is done using the product relations, which are built between products by clicking them together, carting them together, or mainly buying the products together. So the more they are clicked, bought, or carted together, 2 products, the more they are being recommended together because it shows relevance. And this together with a revenue optimization layer, with customer profiling based on location, device, and like affinities and so on, all this are creating the product of on-site recommendations that Nosto is offering you today. I was saying that the implementation time is quite fast. Most of you here are already Nosto customers. You're already using Nosto, so you might have seen how easy it is to implement, especially if you use one of our plugins for the major e-commerce platforms out there, like Magento, Shopify, BigCommerce, PrestaShop, and so on. It's pretty much easy installation, like installing any other app or plugin. And each account comes with built-in templates and setups to help you quick start with Nosto without needing to have a technical person in-house. Of course, if you need to style your recommendations to look to get the look and feel of your website, you also have the option to edit those templates, to edit the HTML, CSS template, and they will after that look exactly how you want them to look. So the possibilities in editing the templates are pretty much endless. All right. So let's start with the homepage. This is the place where a customer, like a first-time customer, lands in your store. This is the best occasion to create an impression for a new customer and to guide him throughout the rest of through his shopping process across your whole website. So what do we do with which are the main learnings we have from our merchants here? The best way of using Onsite recommendations on a homepage is, first of all, showing a personalized recommendation slot. What does this mean? So if a customer is not new, so he was on your store before, that means Nosto has a bit of his browsing behavior. We know what pages he browsed, we know what products he clicked, we know if he bought something. Therefore, we can recommend products that are related to his affinity, to his browsing behavior in his previous visits. And that's why we recommend to put a personalized recommendation slot on the front page. And in case there is a new customer and there is no browsing history from this customer, we cannot show personalized recommendations. Therefore, we suggest creating a fallback recommendation to the personalized ones. So in case there is no data for the customer, it will simply fall back onto bestsellers in your store, and this pretty much acts like a point of start, like an inspiration for your customers who don't really know what to expect when they land in your store. So from all the pieces of information we gathered from our merchants, this works the best. This has the best conversion rate. This setup for the homepage. Going forward on the category page, this means that if a person already lands here, he's pretty much interested in finding out more about your products, and that's why we also work with the best working type of recommendations here. It's the same like recommended for you products, which has behind personalized recommendations algorithm, and with a fallback on bestsellers with a filter applied to bestsellers from that respective category. Why that? Because if, for example, we take a fashion store as an example, and a customer lands on the, let's say, jeans category, we would not like to show him their shoes because he's definitely interested in jeans, and that's why we would prefer to filter the recommendations in the bestsellers to show from the respective category which is browsed at the moment by the respective customer. So also like in the front page, based on the experience, the category page setup for the Nosto Onsite recommendations would be personalized recommendations as the primary slot with a fallback on the bestsellers filtered on the respective category. Of course, if you want to go even deeper, you can add different filters like show items with a minimum price of X euro dollars, or show only, even if it's on the jeans category, show only jeans that are from the brand, I don't know, Levi's or something like that. This being the category page. If as a next step, the customer is interested in a certain product and lands on the product page, the the best results until now was the simple product-based cross-selling algorithm. So it pretty much shows alternative from the same category to the product that is being viewed at the moment. So if you really want to enhance the experience, so what I've seen in different merchants using that, you could besides the product-based cross-selling, you can create another slot the same with product-based cross-selling algorithm, but with a filter on choose products from other categories. Why that, and how would that look in practice? So taking the same jeans example, a customer is checking out a pair of jeans. He would have under the pair of jeans recommendation slot with alternatives to those pair of jeans. But under that, there will be another slot with things that go well with that pair of jeans. For example, t-shirts or shirts or belts or shoes. So give the customer different options, either to change the viewed product with another one from the same category, either create a complementary product to the one he views. Going forward, the customer is happy with the pairs of jeans he's viewing, he's adding them to cart. We have for the cart page a specially built algorithm which we call cart-based recommendations, and the logic behind it refers to items in the cart. So it takes the items in the cart and recommends associated product. The best practice here, because that's what is all about today, is on the cart page is to try to keep the customer involved and not recommend him products that would bounce him from the cart page. So how do we tackle that problem is to put a price filter on the cart-based recommendations. So you don't really want to show him cheaper products, for example, cheaper alternative to that product. You would like to increase your average order value instead of decreasing it. So you can put a price filter, like show products from the category of the products in the cart, but with a minimum price of X euros. That's one of the best practices I've seen in our stores until now. And you can instead, in addition to the cart-based recommendations, you can also create another slot with a price filter, with a very low price filter. For example, show products from category accessories with a maximum price of 20 euros, because in those products you have the highest margin. So besides besides offering products from the same category on a higher price, you can also add a slot with recommendations from a different category, in this case accessories, I said, with a lower price, to just as an addition to whatever is in the cart at the moment. The 404 and the search page. Of course, when it can happen that a customer lands on a 404 page, a product doesn't exist anymore. And the fact that a customer landed on a 404 page, it's already quite, let's say, a bit destroyed experience in the store. So the best way to tackle a 404 page is to just design the page as a very interactive one, or a very happy and like apologize in a very funny way. And of course, add a recommendation slot there. So it's not simply a blank page or 404 page with nothing in it, but you want to take the customer away from there and bring him back in the store to a not 404 page, let's say. And the best one, the best recommendation type the 404 page would be the browsing history related recommendations with, of course, a fallback in the bestsellers in case the customer lands directly on a 404 page. Why that? It's because we know exactly what the customer browsed before landing on the 404 page. So you don't want to bring him back to the home page. You want to keep him engaged in his shopping journey, let's say. So the best way to keep him engaged is to return him on a category or on a product page that he already viewed, or it's similar to the ones that he viewed before landing on the 404 page. As for the search page, there is a search page algorithm that we use. The title you have seen it in a lot of stores you've browsed until now. So customers that looked for, and here is the variable for the search term they use, and it's being taken directly from the search bar. Also viewed. So what other customers who looked for that viewed or purchased in the past. This is the best algorithm for that. It's called search and viewed. You can find it in the Nosto admin panel while creating a new recommendation slot. This is what I had to say about the best practices on each page type. I would like to first tell you a little bit of what is new at Nosto, what is our product team working on or launched already. Maybe that would be interesting for you. So what's new? First of all, the user-generated content. I used this because it's very strongly related with the on-site recommendations, our main topic for today. It's exclusive for the one of the user-generated content providers like 460, Yotpo, or Olapic. So what it does, it's pretty much using alternative image instead of the main product image URL. Either on hover, when you hover with the mouse over the image, it will show lifestyle image imported from your Instagram account, from your real customers wearing that respective or using that respective product. And our newest addition to the Nosto product, let's say, board, are the dynamic bundles, and these are mostly fitting for the fashion stores. So how do they work? They just offer you a bit of control on what product to or what category of products to show in the recommendations. The typical title for this kind of recommendations is "Shop the Look" or "Complete the Look." I'm sure you've seen it in different stores. So it pretty much, if you are browsing, keeping the example with a pair of jeans, if you're browsing a pair of jeans, you can choose in the dynamic bundles, show first product to be from the category shirts, second product to be from category accessories, third one an alternative for the jeans, and the fourth one from shoes. So pretty much you create a whole look or the whole outfit experience, and the products are directly related with the one which is viewed, and it creates pretty much a whole outfit from head to toes, let's say. Yeah, this is what our product team was working on. This is our, let's say, the newest addition to the product, to the Nosto offering. And I will end this session now, not before trying to answer some of your questions, if you have any. I'm just going to give you a few minutes to type in your questions there, and I will answer them as much as I can. So let's see what's already there. Okay, I'll have to start learning using this tool. Okay, questions. Okay, there's a question here from Paul. Will the webinar recording be shared somehow? Yes. If I understood correctly from our marketing department, who helped us create this webinar, is that in the following days we will share the recording with all the attendees, but also with the people who registered, but for one reason or another couldn't make it today to the webinar. So yes, you will receive an email with a recording and as well. I believe we will post the recording as an article in the Nosto community. So if you have any questions, Nosto or non-Nosto related, community.nosto.com is your best friend right there. You can log in with the Nosto credentials. I'm sure most of you already have a Nosto account, so it doesn't require a new username, password, or something like that. You can log in with LinkedIn, with Facebook, or with your Nosto account, and you can ask every single question that comes through your mind, Nosto or non-Nosto related there. I'm sure that you will receive an answer, if not from somebody from the Nosto team, but from also your peers from all over the world. Okay, there's another question here from Jane. Will you have webinars about other Nosto products? I'm interested in your pop-up product. Yes, actually, this was first. I think I've mentioned it in the beginning. This was first webinar in the series of webinars we're planning to do for all our merchants in the Nosto community. So we've decided to start with on-site recommendations, because this is the most used product of Nosto. But we will go through each of the Nosto products, so we can do the pop-ups next. Then we go with the emails, Facebook ads, and so on. Most likely it would be once per month, but we can do it even more often if we see that this webinar or the next were a success. So yeah, you will be announced exactly how you've been announced about this webinar. You will receive a notification and an invitation to our next webinars from the series. So this would be the answer to your question. Yes, we're trying to do a webinar per product in the future. All right. Let's see if there's anything else out there. Nope. All right, then thank you very much for joining. I hope you found this useful. I hope I didn't waste your time. And I'm hoping to see you in our next webinars. And I'm welcoming your questions. If something comes up, just ask them in the Nosto community. I'm going to be very happy to answer there. So thank you very much for joining. I wish you a wonderful afternoon and a great day ahead if you're from the US.